Hello and welcome back to the Great Point Adewunmi channel. My name is Joshua Adewunmi. And just recently I made this claim that I had developed a new method, a new way of thinking that was so revolutionary that it would change the lives of millions of people. I know it sounds like a bold claim, but it's something that I really believe in. It's something that I really put a lot of thought and effort into. And when I explain it, I hope you guys will understand my train of thought and you'll be able to apply this method to your life and your everyday. Basically, I had thought of this while I was driving back home from church. I crossed the green light and I turned around on the green light and I don't know, something just snapped in my head and I thought, what is the likelihood that every single life that I go through every day has a deeper meaning when I apply it to my life on a daily basis. So I'm driving home and I'm thinking about it, and I'm thinking, and it's a little blurry at first, but then I kind of get home and I park and I just sit there for 5 minutes and I think about it and I'm saying, oh my God, this is something that I really believe will change the way so many people view their lives. So this is basically what it is. It is called the red, yellow, green method of thought. Basically, the RYG method for short. I shortened it because I thought red, yellow, green method of thought was such a long name, but I shortened it to the RYG method. And what the RYG method literally means is that every single traffic light color, red, yellow, or green, has a deeper meaning when you apply it to your life, when you apply it to your daily decisions, your life decisions, your major life decisions. And basically, I expanded on it. I was gonna make this video in a couple weeks time, but I had actually gotten a lot of feedback because I posted what I thought on Twitter and I posted it on LinkedIn. I posted it on Instagram as well. And I got so much feedback. So many people wanted to hear what the RYG method was. And I thought, you know what? Let me put this out there. Let me give people idea of what I'm talking about, because I always feel like whenever you sit on something for so long and you just try to perfect it and you try to make the most of it and you take too long, it's not as effective. So this might not be perfect, but you guys will understand exactly what I'm saying by the time this video is over. So what the RYG method is red, yellow, green is what the letters stand for. So whenever you get to a red light, what do we do when we get to red lights? We want to go, right? We're upset that the light is red. We're upset that we can't really go. We just have to wait and we have to stop. And that's very frustrating, even for me at times. Whenever I'm late to work or I'm late to school, I don't want to be at a red light. I don't want to stop. I want to go. When you apply that to your life and you think about, okay, what is a red light in my life? What is a stop moment? What is a wait moment? What is a be patient moment in my life? Then you really start to understand what the R in the RYG method actually is. Now, let me explain to you what I believe the R in the RYG method is in your life. Whenever you're at a situation where you need to stop and you need to wait and you need to be patient, you don't want to do that. And I'm not accusing you of anything, I'm just telling you what I've experienced. And what I've experienced is what a lot of people have experienced is you want to keep going. You want to go 45, 60, 75 miles per hour all the time, but you can't. Life doesn't allow you to do that. Life doesn't allow you to always move forward. Life doesn't make you move back, but it doesn't let you go forward at all the time. And what many people fail to understand is that whenever you're at a red light, it doesn't mean that you're not going to get to where you're going. It just means that you need to wait and be patient. You need to understand that while I'm over here just upset that I don't get to where I'm going, I also need to understand that I'm not the only one. Everybody who is driving their car, everybody who's in the car as a passenger, they're going through the same things that I'm going through. It's not just me. It's not a personal thing. Life doesn't hate me. Life just says, okay, you get to go right now, you get to wait right now. But you need to make the most of when you get to go. Okay? And that's basically what a red light in your life is. That's what you need to understand, is there are moments in your life where you need to just wait. You need to be patient and you need to stop and think and wait for the green light that's coming. So that's the R in the RYG method. Now we're at the yellow. Yellow lights are very tricky in life, and whenever you're driving as well, it's very tricky. When you're at a yellow light, you're thinking to yourself, okay, I can go, but I can also stay. But if I go, I run the risk of the light turning red and my phone will be taken. And nobody wants to take it. But you also understand that if I don't go, I also run the risk of being late to work or school, which is the case with me. I hate being late to anything. So if I stop, I'm going to lose some time, but maybe that risk of getting that ticket is worse. Being a little late is better than getting a ticket, right? So apply it to your life and think, there are certain situations where I have two decisions to make. Should I go or should I stay? If I go, I run the risk of the ticket. Or in your life, I run the risk of not getting it right. I run the risk of failing this class because I took too many classes because I wanted to graduate early. I wanted to run that yellow light and just speed things up. But I run the risk of now failing the class because I had too much on my plate. Or you could just stop and say, okay, I will graduate this semester, but I'll graduate next semester and my GPA will still be intact. It'll just be a little longer, right? I'm just waiting at this yellow light a little longer and I'm gonna get to where I'm going. I'm just gonna get there a little later than what I intended to. That is not a bad thing. You need to understand that there are certain things worth risking and there are certain things not worth risking. Now, I will say that it is worth risking an extra class to graduate early because sometimes the school can be a little stressful, especially when it comes to paying for school, especially when it comes to looking for a job. You're losing a little bit of time, but you need to understand what's worth risking and what isn't worth risking. Now, another thing, whenever you get to a yellow light and you don't know if you should go or not because you're either too far or basically you're too far. You're too far from the yellow light and you're thinking, I can't make this in time. Just wait. Just be patient. Don't force it. It's going to come. You just gotta wait a little bit longer. And then there's some times where you're really close to the yellow light and you're just like, so what? Let me just go through it because the risk isn't that great. But you need to understand that every decision you make at a yellow light in your life, every crossroad in your life, there is a risk to it. There is something that you might lose, but there's a lot that you might gain, and vice versa. So that is the red light and the yellow light. Now we're at the green light. And the green light is my favorite light because it literally means go. G for go, G for green, just go. And what's great about the green light is you don't need to think of anything. It's a green light. You get to go. Do not stop. Do not wait. Do not think about going or staying. It's a green light. You have the right of way. You have the passage and the pathway to get to where you're going, and you have I guess you could say the word is, you have whenever somebody gives you the right to do something, that's basically, the word is escaping me right now, but you guys all know what the word is. You have the right of way. You need to go. You don't need to sit there and think about what to do because you need to do it. You're in the process of doing it. Don't stop. Don't think too hard. Don't be too hard on yourself. Just go through the light. Just go through the green light. So that's the red, yellow, green method of thought, or the RYG method. Now, if it's still a little hazy for you, I'm going to explain a practical example of how this works in your life, or how it would have worked if you haven't reached this point yet, or how it will work if you haven't reached this point yet. So, for example, if you're a sophomore in high school and you're thinking about the next point in your life, which for many sophomores in high school, it is college. I understand some people will go into the Army, the Navy, Marines, whatever that might be, or go to trade school, whatever, but the majority of people end up going to college if they can afford it. Or they take out loans, which is unfortunate, but basically, whenever you're deciding to go into college as a sophomore, you're thinking about what schools do I need to go? What schools are the best for me? What schools have the best acceptance rate? What schools have the best retention rate? What school is close to home? What school is really far from home because I don't want to be next to my parents all the time? So you're thinking about all these things. What school has the best athletic program so that you can, have a lot of school spirit while you're there, not just be one of those schools that always loses. So when you think about that, you got a yellow light, right? You're proceeding with caution. You're analyzing what schools are the best for you. You understand that if I go to this school without thinking of it, I run the risk of not enjoying that school, but I could still get out of the school and still graduate and still have a great career, but I might just not enjoy those 4 years of my life because I didn't do the research. I didn't think about the risk of not thinking through that yellow light. And then there's other situations where it's like you're at the yellow light and basically you're waiting. You're just saying, okay, let me not go through this right now. Let me just think about it and understand what a different school, what each school means, right? Means to me. So let's say you've gone through that process, you've gone through that yellow light, and now you've made your decisions, maybe 5 schools that you want to apply to, so you apply to those 5 schools. And after every yellow light is of course a red light, right? Stop. Wait patiently, wait for them to accept you, wait for them to tell you how much scholarships you got. Just wait for everything to fall into place. You did your research. You studied each school extensively and you worked through the risks, the rewards, the benefits, the heartache that might come out of it, but you prepared for this moment, so you know what is right. So now you need to wait. You need to be patient and you need to slow down. And that's something that many of us don't want to do. We don't want to wait after a major decision. We want to just keep going. Sometimes you need to just let it marinate. You just need to prepare yourself for what's next. You don't need to just keep going. You should just slow down and think it through, right? So that's what the red light is. You're at the red light, and let's say that waiting period was between when you became a junior and in the middle of your junior year. And now you got the acceptances back. You applied to 5 schools and you got 3 acceptances. Now you're thinking, okay, which school should I go to? Now you're at a green light. You need to just go to whichever school that you feel is right? You studied all these schools. You've seen the scholarships. You've seen the location and what your parents think, what your family thinks. You've experienced all these things. Now is the time for you to go. Now is the time for you to realize what decision you need to make and make it, and just go through the green light. Now you've seen the yellow, the red, and the green light of going to college, but even after you've accepted whichever school you're going to and started going to that school, you still have yellow and red lights in front of you. For example, after you've chosen what school you're going to, now you need to choose what dorm you're staying in. Now you need to choose how far away from school you're staying, how far away from your classes you're staying, right? You're still proceeding with caution. You're back at another yellow light because after every green light is a yellow light. You're back to thinking things through. Now you've made your decisions, whatever dorm, whatever meal plan, always pick the largest meal plan by the way, whatever meal plan that you're going to choose, and now you're back at a red light. The red light does not mean that you're not moving forward. Whenever you're at a red light in the car, time is still moving. You're still going to move. Nothing is stopped. You just need to be patient. So you've chosen whatever meal plan, whatever dorm you want to stay in, and now you're just waiting. Now you're waiting because you're still finishing your senior year in high school, so you can't be too focused on college. You got to finish what you're doing right now. So you're just waiting. After that is done, you're back at another green light. Go to college. Go to college and just enjoy your life. Study hard, make a lot of connections, make new friends, just live your life. Go. You have the green light to do what you need to do because you prepared for this moment. You prepared for this moment for a year and a half or however long you did. You prepared for this, so you're ready for this. And the important thing that I want everybody who's watching this video to understand is that at every key moment in your life, you experience 3 of these lights. You will have the moment where you need to think it through, where you have 2 decisions. and you need to pick one. You need to figure out which is the best for you and your friends and your family, and just that will make you the happiest in the long run. Then you need to wait. You've made your decision. You've realized what the risks are. You need to wait. You need to wait for things to fall into place. You need to wait because not everything that you want to do can be done right now. Sometimes you have to wait. After your waiting period, go. Go. Just go. Too many times in life we think about the risk and we think too hard about the risk. We don't think about the reward. We don't think about what I can benefit from doing what I need to do. What I can benefit from doing this. You need to go. I'm telling you, watching this video right now, if you are at a green light in your life, stop waiting. Stop waiting for other people to tell you it's a green light. Stop waiting for your family. Stop waiting for your friends. Stop waiting for your mentor. Stop waiting for your significant other to tell you that you need to go. You have to go. Whenever you see a green light and you're in your car, you know it's a green light. You don't need somebody to tell you that, hey, go. The only time that you need someone to tell you to go is whenever you're distracted. Maybe you're texting and you're looking at your phone and the light turns green and someone's like, hey, go, 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 go. And then you're like, oh snap, let me go, right? Distractions will prevent you from going through that green light. So remove distractions. Distractions are coming any form, but you need to remove them. You need to focus on what you're trying to get to, and you need to get to it. So when you put all these things together, it forms, of course, the RYG method. The RYG method of thinking, of thoughts. I thought about this really long and really hard, and I wanted to wait to make this video. I wanted to wait to perfect my thought, but one thing I realized is that when I got to that yellow light, the second light after I was getting home, I thought about it and I thought, okay, what can I do with this information? What can I do with this thought process that has come to me? And I got to the red light, which is the past couple of days, and I just waited. I waited and I thought, how am I gonna do this? What am I gonna do about this? And I got to the green light, and that is literally this video. This is me going through it and just saying, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it because I so strongly believe that this is going to change the way so many people think about life. I've already shared this with a couple of my roommates, a couple of my family, and some of my friends, and they loved it. They loved it. I don't know if they supported it because they just want to make me happy, but it legitimately got people talking. It got people really thinking in their heads, am I at this or that light? And when you understand that you're at a certain light, you understand how to move, how to act, how to behave. Don't think you're at a green light when you're at a red light. You will get a ticket, you might get in a crash, something might happen, and you don't want that in your life. You want to go when you need to go. You want to wait when you need to wait, and you want to stop when you need to stop. But you need to understand what every single light means so that you can apply it to your life. And when you apply it to your life, you see things a lot more clearly. That's basically the RYG method of thought, RYG method for short. I really believe in this method. I really believe in it, and I'm currently writing on it. I will be releasing the article, paper, book, I don't know. But it will be written out, and I want people to watch this video and then read whatever I put out because I really, really, really want people to have an opportunity to maximize their life. When you understand how to get somewhere and what to do when you're at a certain period of your life, you're maximizing yourself. And I want everybody who supports the Great Point Adewunmi channel to maximize their life because I believe that as long as we're all bettering ourselves, we're bettering the world. And that's our motto here. I really thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video. I really hope that everything that I've said sticks, everything that I said makes sense. Whatever doesn't make sense, you will also have the opportunity to either DM us on Twitter, on Instagram. You can message us on LinkedIn. You can respond in the comment section below this video on YouTube. You can email me. You can email the organization. Whatever means you have of reaching us, you always have the opportunity to reach us. We're very responsive, and we will get back to you as soon as we can, which is usually within the day. So I really thank you guys for watching this video. more videos on the RYG method will come about. I hope you guys really enjoyed everything I had to say. I spent a lot of time thinking about this, a lot of time working on this, and I'm really just glad to share this with you and have this platform. I really hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. You can like and subscribe below. I hope you have a great day. Peace out.